right, guys, we are now going to be starting a new topic in our reading portion of our online learning. So far we have done our interactive read aloud. We have done our context clues. I did some text structure stuff with you. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on these interactive notebooks and reviewing a variety of different reading skills that are really important to use as a independent reader. What we're going to be doing is every day I'm going to be posting a new video titled number 1, 2, 3, and so on. We're going to be working on this reading review interactive notebook. And if you notice along the side of here, these are all the skills that we're going to be reviewing. So we're going to be reviewing inferences, themes, story elements, figurative language, types of stories, point of view, visuals, and stories in the same genre. So every video is going to have a new one of these topics that we're going to go over. We're going to focus on that skill. So today we're focusing on inferencing. We're going to focus on that skill. You're going to apply that skill, and then you're going to have a reflecting and writing activity as well based on that skill that we talk about that day. And then if you notice that this front one says literature, so we're going to be focusing on all of these skills on literature, and then when we're done with that, we're going to be focusing on informational text again with all of those skills. It looks just like this, but it'll say informational instead of literature right here. So starting off, you'll see literature interactive notebook number 1. Tomorrow you'll see literature interactive notebook number 2, so on, so forth. Just going to give you a quick idea of what these next few days in reading look like, okay? Starting off though, today we're going to be focusing on inferencing. So we're going to be focusing on using inferencing skills in literature text. What are inferencing skills? So if you look at my poster that I have here, when we're inferencing, what we're doing is we're using what we know and clues from the story to make a prediction or to make a statement about what you think is going to happen. So readers use not only the story clues and what they know to discover what is not directly stated in the text. Sorry, readers do use story clues and what they know to discover what is not directly stated in the text. So you're going to use text clues, your background knowledge. You're going to add those two together to make an inference. And typically inferences are correct. It's something that's going to happen, but the author doesn't directly state that it's happening. You have to put the pieces together to figure out what it is that is happening. So I'm going to show you guys a video that I found that kind of goes over inferencing a little bit, and it's going to show you how a reader uses inferencing based on, again, your background knowledge and story clues in the text to make an inference and make a prediction on what is going to happen based on that information you have. All right, here we go.
Pull over. That's the bank's money right there. I caught you red-handed. You're going to spend a long time behind bars.
Cut! They're not going to jail. That's not in the script.
Are you serious?
Check it out. First, you leap onto their car and yell, "All right, you guys, pull over." And then you say, "That's the bank's money right there." Then, "I caught you red-handed." Then nothing. See? There is no line about spending time behind bars.
I guess I made an inference. I mean, look. The alarm is going off at the bank. They're running from the police. And they have bags of cash from the bank in the car. I made an inference that they were going to jail because of what they did.
You made an inference? What on earth are you talking about?
Well, I read the text. I thought about what I know, and so I made an inference.
Oh, now I get it. Of course. In real life, they'd have to be arrested and charged. And there'd be a trial and lawyers. And before we knew for sure, they were going to jail.
What if I say, you guys are going to need a good lawyer?
Yes, that works for me. All right, everyone. We'll do it again.
All right. right, so that is a quick video on inferencing, and it just kind of gives you guys an idea that, again, inferencing is when you are using the text clues, your background knowledge, and you're using that together to make an inference. It's not directly stated, but you know what's going to be happening. It's a really possible chance of happening. So what I'm going to have you guys do is you are going to read this paragraph right here, this text on inferencing. After you read it, then what you need to do is you need to answer these two questions. The first question states, using clues in the text, make an inference about why the narrator is late. Number 2, what evidence from the text supports your inference? So, I want you guys to be answering these questions in complete sentences. I do not want you just to type 1 or 2 words here. I want you to start off by saying, using context clues in the text, or using clues in the text, the narrator is late because, okay, I want you to restate part of that question. Down here where it says, what evidence? I want you to get specific evidence from this passage. You are to say, evidence that supports my inference is, and you're going to copy it down in here using quotation marks. You need to get exact evidence from this passage, okay? I'm going to be really picky on this, and I'm going to keep returning it back to you until I see those sentences, okay? Last but not least, you have a reflect and a write. What skill did you learn from this activity? Okay. Summarize the skill in your own words. What was this skill? Okay. What was it that you learned in your own words? How did the text help you understand this skill? How did this text right here help you understand the skill? And how will you use what you have learned to practice this skill in the future? So, what are you going to use to help you practice this skill? Where are you going to be using this skill at outside of this specific activity? Okay? When you're done, make sure you hit turn in. Do not just hit share, and I will be reviewing your work. All right, guys, good luck, and I'm excited to see what you have up, what you're going to cook up for me.